Hello guys, welcome you in this tutorial video how you can do this cryptocurrency tracker. At the first section of this video I will want to show you how you can, what's the function of this whole tracker, can you do with that. So first of all, as you see, there is a crypto currencies. So here you can combine the different cryptocurrencies, the rates of different cryptos and currencies. So when I show you, I will show you how what I mean. So for example, if you have euro or something, then you can just choose here, and if you choose another currency, you will see how much will be the Bitcoin US dollar or in pound and British pound, and so on and so forth. And of course, if you choose it, the value will change here, so you can always up to date about the price from different cryptocurrencies. Okay, so other thing is you can also choose the coins. I will see how you can manipulate this part of the table. And there is also a value part. That means it shows you how much is the whole portfolio, the value of the whole currency portfolio of Bitcoin, for example, the buy-in, and how much profit did you made or lost. Other function in the table is also it's calculate you the portfolio value total. So how many money do you have in your whole portfolio? And the second is the profit loss total. That means it make a sum the whole buy and loss part. Yes, we have here two different charts. One is a cake chart, one is a stock chart, and we can also do it in a notification function here. That means if you want to track the price for the Bitcoin, for example, and say if the price more than $48,000 or euros or pounds of the Bitcoin, please send me an email. And this is what it can. So let's just jump into the tutorial part. So to get the crypto values and prices, we need an extra table, and I already prepared this table here, but I just hide it. You can also hide this table. This way is of course the non-programmer way. So there is also a way that you can write a JavaScript for the whole to solve the whole thing, but I think it's a little bit I would say easier way for the peoples who don't can really program JavaScript or Google Apps Script. So first of all, as you see, the Bitcoin has the three different currencies, and every currencies has the value. Later on, I will explain how the import JSON function works. And now we need to give for every currency pairs a kind of a serial number, which gives an identity for each of the Bitcoin, for each of the currency pairs. How can we do it? This I will show you now. Of course, on the info box you can also find the link to my Patreon page, and there you can also download the whole Google Sheets, and not just this one, the other Google Sheets is also available, and you don't need to do these whole complex steps. To find the whole API stuff, you can go to the Coinbase developers. You can basically just Google it, and here is the documentation how you can implement in your Google Sheets this API. But I already prepared the API URL what we need. You can find it here. And for a better understanding, I'll show you how you can kind of manipulate this thing and you can find the currency what you want. So if you Google the CoinGecko, here is the main page of the CoinGecko. And for example, if you want to see Bitcoin, just come here, click on Bitcoin, and see in this URL you will see the Bitcoin, because here we can track the price. And if you come here, you see USD Bitcoin. But if we say we want GBP, we just put here GBP, and it's a little bit slowly. Yeah, so that's what we want. So we get the JSON data from the API that we want to track the Bitcoin in GBP. Let's just as a test track Ethereum. Yeah. So we want to know the price of Ethereum. We see Ethereum here. Come back, and we just delete Bitcoin and to Ethereum. Yeah, and as you see, you can see the whole informations in JSON in GBP also. Yeah. So here also all you have to do is to use the API. For example, here you come back. Yeah, this is Bitcoin. So you just copy the Bitcoin part, change back to from Ethereum to Bitcoin. Yeah, so we get now the information about the GBP, but first of all, we want to use, for example, euros. This is the information. You copy the URL of the JSON HTML, or the API, and come here, Bitcoin, euro, okay, and would be the live price. So all you have to do is just to change this URL. Okay, so the next step, we want to get a function to the import JSON. All we have to do for that is just go to Tools and define the script in the script editor of Google. Okay, so as you see, now we have this import JSON function. All you have to do is just copy the whole logic, what I already prepared for you, and put in your Google app script part of the Google Sheets, and after you just can say after when you just save the project, go back here and write equal import JSON, the URL, put the URL what you need here, and the other currency part of the whole URL link. So that's it basically. If you are not programmer guy, so you not afraid of the whole script, just as I told, copy the whole logic and yeah, it will works. Okay, so the next step will be that we need to have the crypto, the currency, and the price, and I will replicate the whole logic as you see here on the Bitcoin, but just here downstairs. So which Bitcoin, and the next step will be that we give the data validation to the list of items with the data, so Euro, USD, and GBP. Yeah, but yes, you see. So now we have this information. The next step is that we use the if error function and we index the part of the table where we find our crypto prices. And after we have this, we need to get the information about the H3 row, what we see here. And after we use the function columns, and we put the wished currency, and done. So that's basically it. And um, for the user for the more usability, that we can use also this function for the other cryptos that we add here downstairs. We need to put dollar signs here, 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 and here also, I think. Yes. Okay, so now we are done with this part. To data validation, I would recommend also for the Bitcoin in this case to put 0,0 numbers. So like 001, 000, oh sorry, 0.001, 0.002, and so on. Because the price of the Bitcoin is pretty high now. Oh, sorry, the list of an item. Okay, so we need to start the whole thing one more time. Sorry about that. And now we can choose in a drop-down menu how many Bitcoins do we need, or you can just ignore the whole drop-down menu. I like it because I think the usability is much better, but you can also just put the numbers in manually. So the next step is pretty simple. We just want to know the value of our Bitcoin portfolio, basically. So all we have to do just multiply the Bitcoin price with our with the amount of Bitcoin that we have. What was it? Probably. Oh yeah. Okay. So that's the amount of money that we have now. I just position it here. The next step is that we need to write the buy-in price, and we can just put it manually. That is basically the price when we get the Bitcoin. So for example, if we bought the Bitcoin on 47,200, then we just put here manually the price, and after we can calculate the profit loss. And to calculate the profit loss, all we have to do is just we get the whole value what we have now minus the value of our portfolio on that time when we bought the Bitcoins. And that's it. And for the portfolio value total, all we have to do, we just make a summa. We just add the whole row of this part and get the sum. And of course, for the portfolio loss total, we just summarize the whole row also in this this row. So that's the logic. It's not so complicated. Okay, now we are at the part that we want to implement these graphs or charts, first of all, I want to do this chart, and this chart will show us the profit and loss for each cryptocurrencies. So how we can do that? Just come here, insert, chart. Yeah, so we get this chart. And all we have to do is just to choose the stacked column chart. You click on this. And after, we want to have the x-axis all the cryptocurrencies that we have. So you just choose this one. Enter. Back. X-axis. Oh, sorry. Okay, now. One more time. Okay. Yes. And here, we select the range for profit loss. Okay. Okay, so we get now. And as you see, you can see the profit and loss for each of the Bitcoin, of the cryptocurrencies in your portfolio. And of course, you can design it how you want. So, like this, for example, and you have this nice chart. And now we want to implement this pie chart. And for that, let's put it here. Insert, chart, pie chart, this or this one. So you can choose, of course, another chart, not just this. I will choose, in this case, this one. And first of all, we need to choose the label. And the labels, in this case, will be also the same. So the cryptocurrencies, click OK, and choose the values. And column the values here. The values are the whole portfolio amount of your portfolio. Yes, and you get it. We have this very nice pie chart. You can put it here and customize it. Here, poof, and done. Okay. So the next thing, what I want to show you, how you can create this notification part of the whole portfolio. So all you have to do basically is just to implement the script, Google App script. And I just show and explain the whole script logic, what we have here. Stock price tracker meal. So first of all, you need to get a name, give a name for the whole function, make variable, get the active spreadsheet here. So that means that first of all, we get an active spreadsheet. Okay, so the next variable, what we need to define is where is the data what we want to have. And here we get the value. Yes. So the data spreadsheet, so we are here the data spreadsheet, and to get the range, so the fourth column and third row, fourth column, third row. So which is that? So fourth column, third row. This is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, third. So we want to get the price here, and we can just define as like this. So we get the row. That means we will have the price, okay, of the Bitcoin. The second thing, what we want is also get the value somewhere. So we just follow the same logic as before. we get the range, and the range what we gave, this was the fifth column for fifth low row, and the column was 12th. Yes, and this is the email address. So you can put any email address that you want as a notification email address. So in this email address, you will get the email. What will you get? What can you get in this email? And there is the logic, if. So we say if the Bitcoin's price, what we already get here. So if the Bitcoin's price is bigger than 100,000, but you can just put another value here. So this is the price, and I say if the Bitcoin price is bigger than, I would say, 46,000, yeah, then send me an email to my email address what I already defined here. And send me an email to the email address as a subject BTC alert, and the stock is more than 54,900. Yes, and that is also the same as if, as the other way, if the Bitcoin's price is lower than 1, then you just send an email, BTC alert, the BTC is lower than $1. Okay, and just save. And that's it basically. So we are done with this tool. I hope you enjoyed that video. And if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe this channel. And yeah, we see you in the next video. Thanks and bye.